Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you something that's actually very important. So when it comes to safety razors, not everyone can afford 30, 40, $50, 60, whatever, on a nice razor to get started. We don't all make the same amount of money, we don't all have the same priorities, and some people just want to get started, some people just want to enjoy the hobby, and they just might not have the money to spare, the 30, 40, $50 to spare and on a nice razor to get started. To you, $30, $40 might be pocket change. To someone else, just might be how much they have to make it through the week. You never know. So today, I'm going to show you that it is absolutely possible to get started with just a razor like this. This razor was 3 euros on a random Chinese store, absolutely forgot where. And to make it even cheaper, I'm not even going to be using a brush. Even though I have a cheap brush, was actually expecting on using it. The whole idea of this shave is to show that you really don't need to spend a lot of money to get started shaving. So hear me out. A cheap safety razor, 3 euros. The blade, this one actually came with a blade. I think it was a Dorco, if I'm not mistaken. And Dorco is a fairly decent razor blade maker, but if it didn't come with a blade, go to a barber shop and ask for a blade. They're not going to get upset, or maybe even go to a store, a box of like 5 or 10 blades, it's still going to be 1 euro or something like that. And canned shaving cream, you can find canned shaving cream basically in any type of supermarket, anywhere that sells shaving products will probably have canned shaving cream. This will allow you just to get started with basically under 5 euros in this case. So 3 euros for a razor, 2 euros for whatever shaving cream is cheapest that you can find. That's really all you need to start out, just 5 euros. You can think about getting a brush, getting a shaving soap, getting aftershaves. Really start to get into it after you get the hang of it, and after you're sure that this is what you like and want, and that you can actually afford it. But if you just want to start, just want a quick, easy, cheap, easy way to start, in my opinion, this is the best way to go. So let's get started. Should not take very long. Now this razor, from what I remember, is quite mild. So there isn't going to be a lot of blade feel, which in my opinion for beginners is really what you want. You don't want to have to get someone started with something that's really aggressive, something with a lot of blade feel. Because what's going to happen is you're probably going to be applying a lot of pressure, and if it has a lot of blade feel, it's just going to be a recipe for disaster, especially if they're not really used to it. But yeah, once you're sure that yeah, this is what I want, I like it, and I can spare a few dollars a month to pursue the hobby, yeah, sure, go for it. I wouldn't really count on this razor lasting for a very long time, but it should be able to last for a good couple of shaves, which should be enough for you to get a feel for it, for you to be able to get a feel of the ritual, of how it feels, of how a safety razor feels in your skin, of how your skin adjusts to it. If your skin gets like really irritated from it, maybe your skin just can't take it. You never know, dude. But it should definitely be enough for you to get started, and for you to be able to tell if it's something that's for you, or maybe it isn't for you, but it should definitely be enough. So let's get started. I actually had quite a bit of growth when I started out. So here we are, a very cheap razor. This I even have a used blade. This is like third or fourth use. should still be sharp enough. Well, let's see. We'll see. You can definitely feel the blade, but that's really because this blade is pretty used up. You don't feel it as much on my Razor Rock slant because it's a bit more expensive razor and it's a bit more aggressive. But it is not discomfortable at all. It's leaving behind a fairly smooth skin. It isn't terrible. It's not going to be a razor that you're going to pass down to your grandkids one day. But it's something nice to get someone started. After a couple of shaves, they'll definitely start to get the hang of it, and it definitely becomes easier. The safety razors are among one of the easiest things to learn how to use. The thing with using other razors is that firstly, you're not going to be as effective with longer growths, and you're going to have to change the blade more often, but you should still be able to get 3, maybe 4 shaves out of a decent blade, which in my opinion is enough. Okay. I'll clean it up with the shave hat afterwards, but I don't see any cuts, anything major, and yeah, there we go. You're just getting started. Is it going to be the best shave in your life? No, but it's a shave, and it could definitely handle that longer length, those 3-4 days, especially if you have a tough beard. Try shaving with 3-blade razor. Comfortably, if you have a coarse beard with just canned shaving cream, try shaving a 3-4 day stubble. You can. You're just going to destroy the razor, dude. Because then it just ends up getting clogged. Just a mess. I wouldn't really use this razor to shave like a 1-month beard, but if you just shave every 3-4 days, it should be enough. I'm doing 2 passes. I won't be going against the grain. I don't usually do. Now, the second pass really isn't mandatory. I just like to do it as it ends up leaving my skin a little bit smoother. Just ends up giving me a bit of a closer shave. And it helps to make the shave last longer. Again, not the world's best razor, but definitely isn't bad. You're not going to pass it on to your grandkids one day. But it might be the razor that you're going to keep and look at once you're more experienced, you know. Nowadays you have stuff like Zomchi razors, which and stuff like King C Gillette. I've never really tried Zomchi, but I have a King C Gillette. And overall, it isn't a bad razor. It's a nice razor to get someone started as well. If you have the money, it's better. It's better built and it should last a little bit longer than something like this. But if this is all you can afford, sure, you can absolutely get it. Man, I remember I remember like one time I had like 3 days of growth or something like that. Was using one of those big three-blade razors. Completely forgotten the model name. The ones with the black handle and 3 blades. Comes like a bunch of them for like 3-4 euros. I mean, granted the blade was a bit used up, but I mean, was just shaving machine was like like tugging, pulling. That's the thing about those razors. With this, you're only getting one blade per side, and the blade is just doing all the cutting. With those multi-blade razors, what's happening is the first blade is pulling the hair, the others are cutting it. So it's all pull cut, pull cut, pull cut. That pulling is really what ends up leaving your skin with irritation, razor bumps, ingrown hairs. Your skin gets all messed up, dude. And there are a lot of men out there that have a coarse beard and sensitive face. But yeah, no cuts, no nothing. It took me 15 minutes, but I mean, I was yapping, so I assume if you're starting out, you're not going to be doing this on camera, talking to the camera. You're going to be doing this alone. Should be absolutely be able to do this in under 10 minutes, all by yourself. Might take a little bit longer if you wear a mustache and need to clean it up after you shave, like I will right now. My glasses. Just need to shave around it, give it more of a shape. Really makes a difference. See all the stubble right here. I don't want all that. Neither do you if you want to keep any type of mustache or something like that. Okay. Really gives them a mustache whole different look. Really makes it pop out, you know. Just need to be very careful not to remove too much, or else you just end up ruining it. Almost done. You can absolutely get nice straight lines with a safety razor. I just prefer to do it with this. Had to raise it up a little bit to keep it with the corner of my mouth. The devil is in the details, as they say. It's so easy to just mess this up. But this really makes the mustache and the soul patch pop out. Just enhances it, you know. Okay, huge difference. Okay, shape wise, not bad. Is it the world's best? No, it isn't the world's best. But for $5, you can absolutely get started. It definitely isn't a bad shave at all. Just check if this thing is straight. Looks like it. Got myself right there, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, we'll call that a day. Aftershave wise, forget about the aftershave. Honestly, especially when you're starting out, the best aftershave, in my opinion, that you can use if you're a beginner is just some good old lotion. Because what lotion does is it really hydrates your skin. It's going to help calm that razor burn, which it's likely that you'll get on your first shaves. That's really not because of the razor's fault. If you're using decent blades, that's because you're just starting out. You don't really know that well what you're doing, so it's normal that you're not going to be getting the hang of it on the first try. It's absolutely fine. Need to also clean up the sideburns, damn. The cool thing about this is that if you like to keep longer sideburns, it's so easy to get a nice clean straight line. It's that easy with the second. Done. What? Not done yet, wait. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's really nice and easy to get nice and straight lines. if you like to keep your sideburns nice and clean. I actually need to clean up around here a little bit more. That's the thing about having facial hair. It might make you look nicer, it might make you look cooler, but it's a hell of a lot more work. Don't get me wrong. If you don't use a mustache, goatee, anything like that, you don't need all this. By this time, you've probably already shaved your face, your head, your nuts, your ass, jacked off, and you're probably taking a nap right now. But seriously, it took me this long, but that's me. I'm yapping, and now I have to make sure that mustache and the goatee, that the soul patch, that it's all on point. And that's just how life is, dude. If you want if you want things well done and done properly, just gonna have to invest some time in them. To be honest, I like the mustache. I like how it looks. Just like all the work involved. That's really the only thing I don't really like about it. Honestly, I like the look. It's different. Now for aftershave, I will be using rubbing alcohol. I wouldn't advise doing that if you're a beginner. Personally, I kind of like to burn, you know. This will tell you exactly where you've applied way too much pressure, where you might have nicked yourself and you didn't really tell. It'll also tell you if you have any cuts on your hands. So if you actually have any type of cut on your hand, it's going to burn straight away, dude. In my case, no burn at all. No burn at all. The thing about this shave is that I'm probably going to have a beard back in like 24 hours, maybe even less. But it should definitely be enough to get someone started, to let someone have to feel, especially if they're shaving like once a week, once every 3, 4, 5 days, maybe once even 2 weeks, something like that. Well, some people are really infrequent shavers, and that's just fine. But to really be able to tell the difference, if you don't really have a trimmer, you usually have a lot of stuff to shave, a lot of hair to shave, you'll really feel the difference. If you don't on a trimmer, or maybe you just don't want to go to the issue of getting hair all over the place. So with this, even with this cheap mild razor, I can probably go through a 1 month beard. It will take a while, but I can definitely go through only like 20 minutes. With a Mach 3, big, single blade, whatever, dude, it's going to take me an hour to even get most of it out. And a lot of it is going to get stuck onto blade. I spend a lot of time just tapping to blade onto this thing. It just sucks. With this design, yeah, 15 minutes probably get away with it. If I don't give it the world's closest shave, but you can definitely get away with shaving longer hairs with it. So yeah, there we go. Really hope you like it. Really hope you learned something out of it. And yeah, see ya. Bye.